The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Do not judge me by my successes, judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. One cannot be prepared for something while secretly believing it will not happen. Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies. I am not a saint, unless you think of a saint as a sinner who keeps on trying. There is no passion to be found playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. A winner is a dreamer who never gives up. Live life as though nobody is watching, and express yourself as though everyone is listening. Sometimes it falls upon a generation to be great. You can be that generation. It is what we make out of what we have, not what we are given, that separates one person from another. We must use time creatively, and forever realize that the time is always ripe to do right. I like friends who have independent minds because they tend to make you see problems from all angles. I never lose. I either win or learn. Man's goodness is a flame that can be hidden but never extinguished. Although I am a gregarious person, I love solitude even more. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Where you stand depends on where you sit. For to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. It always seems impossible until it's done. Courage is not the absence of fear, it's inspiring others to move beyond it. May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. Real leaders must be ready to sacrifice all for the freedom of their people. Courageous people do not fear forgiving, for the sake of peace. Tread softly, breathe peacefully, laugh hysterically. In some ways, it is easier to be a dissident, for then one is without responsibility. Men have different capacities and react differently to stress. But the stronger ones raised up the weaker ones, and both became stronger in the process. A good head and good heart are always a formidable combination. But when you add to that a literate tongue or pen, then you have something very special. As I walked out the door toward the gate that would lead to my freedom, I knew if I didn't leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I'd still be in prison. Men have different capacities and react differently to stress. But the stronger ones raised up the weaker ones, and both became stronger in the process.